Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's video. So today video gonna be quite informative in the sense that if you're going to Saudi Arab or any country internationally other than your home country, how would you consider or which debit or credit card you should be taking with you to be used in that country? Because if you don't bother about it, then you might be paying hefty charges or fees to the banks in order to use your credit or debit card internationally. So that's why this video is important, and because my channel has more video and more focus on Saudi Arab and to Hajj and Umrah related, that's why I'm focusing there. But this is a general video that can be used for any international travel, that what you need to know before you think about using your credit or debit card for international transaction in any other country other than your home. So let's get started with it. So let's have a look at the main criteria that you need to know or you need to check with your bank or with our credit or debit card you're going to be applying in order to take with you for international travel. So the first thing, most important, is that no home bank fee on usage. So what happens is that you need to check with the bank that if you have a debit or credit card and if you're going to use in another country, let's say you are based in UK and you're going to be using that credit card in Saudi Arab, that will there be any charges by that bank? So usually majority of the banks will say, yeah, we have a charge of 2% or 1.75%. So they charge an amount on top of the amount which you're going to be spending, so which can be really costly for you. So please check that you find a bank or you take a card with you which does not charge any fee. So there should not be any fee they should be charging on any transaction. The other thing is that, of course, if you are going to travel abroad, then you might be using the ATM, and when you are withdrawing any cash from ATM, again there might be some charges or on top fee which can be charged by your bank. So make sure there are no such charges from your bank, and if there are, then try to find some other cards, because nowadays there are so many banks available. There are so many online banks available like Revolut and Chase. So there are many other which don't charge any fee. Okay, the next thing is that competitive currency conversion rate. So what happens is that either your bank has the facility or gives you the facility that you can convert and keep the other country money in your same bank account. Suppose you have a bank account in UK and UK currency is pound, but they give you an facility like a global currency account where you can convert the money and buy currency of other countries and keep in that account. So one possibility is that, and then when you go to Saudi Arab or in that country, then that money will be coming out from the conversion which you have already done. But in other case, what happened is that when you use the money or withdraw or do some purchase in another international country, then at that time they do a conversion, and that conversion rate is usually quite poor, quite bad. So instead, that if you would have converted your original currency like from pound to Saudi Riyal, you would have got a better deal as compared to the bank conversion rate, which is usually quite bad. So make sure that you find out that how and what conversion rate they're going to be applying. So if they are applying like Visa card or MasterCard rate, they are quite okay. They are not the best rates, but they are okay. But if you're going to be going through Revolut or a Chase or there are many other online as well, Monzo, they have got a better rate to give. The next point is that how much amount you can withdraw from ATM. So usually most of the banks have some limitation on international money withdrawal, that you can withdraw the money from ATM charge free, but there is a limitation on a monthly amount, usually £100 or £200 or whichever currency, like $100 or $200 you can equivalent to that local currency you can withdraw free of charge. But after that, even if you withdraw $1 equivalent more, then they will be charging a 2% charge or 3% charge. It depends from bank to bank. So check about that how much you can withdraw, so that you know already, and you won't be sorry that once you do any withdrawal and then you are paying a hefty fee to the bank for your withdrawals. The other thing is also that how many times you can withdraw free of charge from the ATM. Again, within a 30 days period, a month period, there are limitations that how many times you can withdraw. Some banks say once in a month you can withdraw free of charge. Some banks say that you can only withdraw 2 times. Some banks don't mind at all, as long as you withdraw within the limits of £200 or $200, whatever that is. So these 2 points are important. The next one is, can you hold local currency? So this is important because in that case, as I mentioned before, that some of the banks give you the option that you can convert the currency at your own ease and keep in the same account. Like Revolut gives this option. There is HSBC global currency account which gives you that option that you can convert the money from, let's say, pounds to Saudi Riyal, and you can keep and you can do the conversion at the current market rate. When you see that the rate is good, you can get that converted. Like suppose £1,000 you can convert to Saudi Riyal and keep it in your bank, and once you are visiting abroad, you can use the money from that account. It will be deducted from that amount. So this is quite good in that sense that you know already what the conversion rate you have paid, and once you are withdrawing the cash or using, you know there won't be any other charges if it is a fee-free banking. The last point in this is that in case of debit card, money is protected. So in case of credit card, of course, all the credit cards are protected. There is quite a lot of checks and balance, and you don't lose any money. But in case of debit card, make sure that how much amount of money you keep in that account, it is protected. Protected means that in case, God forbid, any fraud transaction happens or someone hacks your account and transfer the amounts or misuse the amount, you can go back to bank and they are insured by that X amount, and then you can get that refunded back to you in case of any fraud thing happen. So all the banks, at least in UK, have got this restriction, and usually 75,000 or 85,000 if you have in the account, that is protected. Above that amount, it won't be protected, but it's quite a huge amount. But these are the main criteria. Based on that, you need to select which debit or credit card you need to consider. Now, because I'm in UK, I will be telling you which cards which I found are quite useful. Specifically, I'm focusing on Saudi Arab for Hajj and Umrah purpose, but this is generic and you can use this information, as I said before, that for any other purpose as well. One disclaimer, this information is to the best of my knowledge. I'm not a financial expert or something, but this is the best information which I gathered for myself, and I'm sharing with you so that you utilize it and benefit from it. So number one bank which I recommend if you are traveling abroad internationally, it is to get an HSBC account and get an HSBC Global Money debit card. So Global Money debit card, so it's a debit card, it's not a credit card, and what the benefit is that you can convert the money at your own ease to the respective currency. Only drawback is that currently they don't have the Saudi Riyal, they have the Dubai, the UAE dirham, and they have some other country money in that, but not currently in the Saudi Riyal. You cannot convert it. But the good thing is that they don't have any fees being charged. So if you withdraw from ATM or you use it for any transaction international, they don't take any of their own fees. So one important point is that when we are talking about the fees, it's always the bank's own fee. There can be sometimes the intermediate bank who charges some fee, but unfortunately you are majority of the time blind about that. You're not 100% sure which intermediate bank gonna be. But at least make sure that your own bank doesn't charge any fee. So this HSBC Global Money debit card gives you the facility that there is no fee on that one, and you can access it in 200 countries. So you can use in Saudi Arab. So hopefully it should work fine. There won't be any issue. There won't be any charges. And the thing is that their exchange rate is quite competitive. I have used it. I have done the conversion many times from pound to euros, and to dollars, and it is quite competitive rate. If I compare with the Google actually conversion rate which is coming, it is quite competitive, it is not bad. And they use the Visa card rate for conversion, which is quite good. So now my number one recommendation is HSBC, because it's a debit card. I always prefer debit card rather than credit card. I don't know, but this is my preference. So this is, and also the protection of the debit money which you have, it's up to 85,000, which I mentioned one of the criterias as well. And also there are no limitations. You can have as many withdrawals you can do, okay, and as much money you can withdraw. There is no limitation, such limitation with HSBC card as compared to the rest of the cards which gonna be coming next. So the next card in my list which I found to be good is the Revolut card. The major benefit of Revolut card is that with Revolut you can already convert and keep the currency in Saudi Riyal. So instead that when you use the card, you don't know the conversion rate, and the conversion rate will be applied at the time of the transaction. You can already beforehand, maybe 6 months ago or 5 months ago, you can already convert from your local currency, from pound or dollar to Saudi Riyal, and you can keep it in your account. And when you go in Saudi Arab or in any other country, when you use that transaction in that currency, it will be debiting the money from that particular amount, account. So that's good that you already know the conversion rate. You can hold up to 150 currencies, so it's not only Saudi Riyal. You can keep many other currencies. You can avoid this surprise fee, and they say, and this is valid for all the accounts, but this information which I have kept here is from their respective website, that you always select no if an ATM asks you to convert money. So make sure don't let the ATM convert money, because if the ATM converts the money, that particular bank ATM will be charging you the money. So always select no to that and let your home bank do the conversion, because in case of Revolut, and if you already have the Saudi Riyal in that, you don't need any conversion rate. You will already get the Saudi Riyal from Revolut account in Saudi Arab from the ATM. So already that. In case of HSBC, you will get the Visa conversion rate from pound to Saudi Riyal, and they will do that. If you let the ATM do that, the conversion, then of course there would be charges, add-on charges, which would be hefty charges considering the amount you're going to be withdrawing. So don't do that. And then they have got multiple types of ATM cards. Okay, there are multiple accounts, standard, plus, premium, metal, and based on that there is a limitation of how much money you can withdraw from the ATM. Either you can draw 200, which is in the standard card and the standard account and plus account. If you go for premium or metal, the amount increases from 400 to 800. But again, there are, I think so, monthly fees relating to standard, plus, premium and metal as well. The standard one is free. Anyone can open fee-free banking, and you can have the account. And the good thing about Revolut, it's all on mobile, and if you want, you can ask for a physical card, which I think so they charge £5. Otherwise you can even do on mobile. That's it. So the next on our list is Monzo. So Monzo, actually I didn't heard about it when I was in Ireland, but it's quite famous in UK, and again it's quite similar. These cards, Revolut, Monzo, these are all online banks. They don't have any physical existence, physical building in UK. You will never see that, but they are quite authentic because they are registered or taken care by the UK financial services. So they are registered with that, so you can have the confidence about them. So again, fee-free banking, so that's good. And they do the MasterCard exchange rate. The HSBC was doing the Visa exchange rate. They do the MasterCard exchange rate, which is also good. And you can have up to 200 every 30 days. So you can withdraw up to £200 equivalent of the currency within the 30 days. If you do more than that withdrawal, then of course the charges which they gonna have will be 3%. So again, whichever bank you are going, check these 4 or 5 things which I have mentioned in my first slide. Go back, save that, and ask whichever bank you are with. You are with Barclays, you are with HSBC, you are with NatWest, or whatever bank, check about them. I have tried to compare with all of them, and among the major leading banks, I could only find HSBC, which is the best giving the offer. Other than that, all the leading banks are quite bad if you're going to be using internationally, so avoid the other banks. The next one in the list is Starling Bank. Again, I've not seen their physical building. They might be used to be, but not now anywhere. But again, they say they don't charge any fee. Okay, and again they have the MasterCard exchange rate. Other than that, the limitation, I could not find any limitation. So Starling Bank looks to be a promising contender in this list as well. The last, I think so, in my list is the Wise Credit, this card, debit card again. So again, in this one, there is a limitation on number of withdrawals as well. Whereas in Revolut and in Monzo, there was no withdrawal limitations, that how many times you can withdraw in a month. But here I could see that you can only withdraw 2 times and up to £200. And after that, they will have a withdrawal fee, and plus on top they will have a fee based on if you are drawing money more than £200. So that's why, due to these additional fee, although it's not that much, it's only 0.5 like 50 pence, but still it is an add-on fee. That's why I found it bad, and that's why I kept it at number 5. But other than that, again, you can keep the currency in multiple currencies you can keep in this account, and it seems a nice option as compared to the leading banks. So this is all what I wanted to discuss. Again, if you are going and trying to choose which card to use, whether you are going on a Europe trip, whether you are going on a USA trip, or back to Pakistan or any other country, use these like 7 points, these 7 points, in order to choose which credit card or debit card is good for you to be used internationally. Because otherwise you're going to be sorry, you're going to be paying extra, no reason transaction fees for the other countries. But here you can avoid those fees and save some money. Hope you like the video. If you like, please do subscribe and share. And I've got lots of other informative video relating to Hajj and Umrah, as well as other informative video about UK system, UK accounts, and you can see in my playlist. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.